Welcome to Ignite Intimacy, a podcast exploring intimacy, romantic relationships, sexuality, and everything that relates to these hot topics. We're going in. Are you ready? This is your host, Laura Aiisha. Let's do this. Hello, my beautiful people, Ignite Intimacy community. What is happening? This is your host, Miss Laura Aiisha, and I am privileged to be sitting here in New Orleans. I'm here for a conference. If you're following me on Instagram at Laura Aiisha, you will know that I've been doing a lot of travel, a lot of glorious, magical, adventurous, beautiful travels around this incredible world that we're living in. It's been totally awesome. I am officially a digital nomad. And yeah, it's great. It's something I've been dreaming of for many years, and it's giving me a lot of life and inspiration and community and connection with different people and cultures. And I'm learning Spanish slowly but surely. And I'm working also full time. So, I'm traveling and I'm every day putting in the hours and just making it work. So I was recently in South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, which many of you know about. We did a live podcast recording from Austin, which was really phenomenal. It's on the podcast, so definitely check it out. I think it's episode like 110 or 108, something like that. So definitely check out the live episode from South by. It was really a dream come true and so amazing to be there with an incredible panel of people talking about making disclosure sexy. So you know how we do here at Ignite Intimacy, and now I'm here in New Orleans and I'm at a healthcare conference for my company, and it's really exciting to meet a lot of very cool people who are innovating around health and medicine, and with apps and blogs and live video shows, and giving people access to the information that we need and that we want. So it's really, really exciting. Actually, last night I was invited. I'm the second person I met upon reaching the conference yesterday said, "Hey, at every conference, I gather a group of people and we're going to go out tonight and see some music and have some dinner. Would you like to join us?" And of course, I said, yes. And so I gave him my info, and I got to sit at dinner last night with 10 to 12 glorious humans who are all doing really interesting things in the world and in the world of health, and startup founders and established business owners, and, just change makers, people who are, like you, people who are showing up and doing their thing and saying yes to that which is calling us forward. You know what that is. You know what that's like. So yeah, just so grateful. It was really amazing. And then I just realized how it's all tied into what we talk about on Ignite Intimacy, and our physical, mental, emotional, sexual health is all tied together. It's all one thing. Like, sexual health is not like this add-on. It's not like a would be nice if or could be nice. Self-care is not like must be nice to have time to self-care. No, that's some BS. It's like self-care is a priority and needs to be a priority for all of us. As whether it's like a hug, a self-hug every day, and looking in the mirror and reminding yourself that you are loved, that you love yourself, that you're going to choose love today, or whether it's a, hour to 2 hour self-care process that you do every day. Everyone's got their own blend. However, we all need some level of self-care every day. And in April, we've been focusing on the body image and self-love and pleasure. And I was sitting at a round table at South by Southwest with a bunch of incredible women, and we all talked about self-care and how important it is. And I shared about this, what I do in the morning when I wake up. And they said, please, will you do an episode on your podcast about this? It would be so amazing. So I want to share with you my process in the morning when I first wake up and come to and after sleeping through the night. And I want to share this process with you so that perhaps it will give you some energy to, try it out or create your own self-care process in the morning before you get out of bed. So this is different type of conversation. It's me, myself, and I, and all of you. And I love you. I can totally feel your energy, and I'm just so grateful for you. would not be here doing this if it weren't for you. Honestly, probably would have given up a long time ago. And here we are, like over 110 episodes, 2.5 years in. You're consistently showing up. People are telling me more and more that they're tuning in, and that this podcast is actually having an impact on your lives and like on my life. And it's incredible. And that's why we're doing this, right? So yeah, so I start the morning, I wake up, and usually, the first thing out that I think or that I say is thank you. And this is not how I woke up 10 years ago. This is something that I have invited into my life and that I've created, because I used to wake up just filled with like the list of to-dos and the 10 things that had to get done in the morning. And, and it was a very, very different experience for me. And certainly things have transitioned a lot from when my daughter got older. But still, I mean, we would wake up early and she'd get out the door to school. And, so things have certainly changed over the last 5 years when I haven't had to get up with her early and, help manage getting to school process and all of that. So for all you parents out there, lots of love and respect. Big up yourselves. It's, adding self-care into the parenting and working and housekeeping and driving and, the list goes on and on, is a big deal. So rooting for all of us. So I wake up and these days, more often than not, I'm saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And just kind of take it all in. And I put my hand on my heart and I put one hand on my belly. And as I've, some of you may know from things I've shared in the past on this podcast, that I have been dealing with some belly shame and feeling bloated and fatter in my belly and, comparing myself to others. And so this also is like a self-love. I rub my belly in the morning. And so I have my hand on my heart, I have one hand on my belly, and I'm just breathing. And then I do 12 belly rubs, starting from my right hip flexor up around my abdomen, and then to my left hip flexor and across my pelvis. And then I just keep doing that 12 times. And then I put my hands face down, palms down on the bed, and I do a Reiki symbol. It's called Seheiki. So if you're attuned to Reiki 2 or higher and the Seheiki Reiki symbol, you could do Seheiki. And that basically just clears energy. It's like my way of I just literally breathe out all the air in my lungs and I see all the energy just clearing out of my body into the earth. And then I take a nice big deep breath in and I do the Chokure Reiki symbol. And I hug myself on both sides. And I say a combination of different things to myself. Sometimes I say, I am love. And then I hug myself on the other side and I say, I am loved. And sometimes I say, I am here on one side, and then I hug the other side and I say, I belong. And sometimes I say, I am worthy. And on the other side, I say, I am free. And so then I start scratching my head vigorously all over my head. And I usually sit up when I do this and I'm scratching my head and scratching my head. And I'm telling you that no matter how tired I might wake up in the morning because of whatever the days before that or the night before that, if I was up too late or I was at a concert or a conference and just, on my feet a lot or dancing a lot, this self-massage process will wake me up in a heartbeat. It's pretty amazing. So I scratch my head vigorously and then I massage my face and then I massage my ears and then I massage the right side of my neck and my shoulder and my breast. And then I massage the left side of my neck and my shoulder and my breast. And then I massage both arms from the fingertips all the way to the shoulder. And then I go down each side of the body. And then I massage my entire chest and belly area just lightly, just quickly. This is not like, I'm not in bed for an hour self-massaging. I'm like, this is a pretty quick, like 15-minute process. So then I will do what do you call it? It's like when you lift your buttocks in the air when you're laying on your back. So it's like a nice stretch for the hip flexors and the front of the thighs and for your back. And so I do that. And while I'm doing that, I usually try to rub the back of my lower back quickly and my buttocks. And then I come down and I bring my legs up into the air and I do a massage on each side from the tips of my toes all the way to my hip flexors on both sides. So I massage my toes and feet and ankles and calves. And then I start to roll my wrists and ankles in both directions. And then I open my fingers and toes and close them and open them and close them. And I stretch each finger and toe back and forward. And then I do wrist and ankle stretches back and forward. And then I vigorously shake my entire body, like shake, 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 shake it all out. And I love it. It's supposed to ignite the nervous system, and I'm sure everything else, it just wakes everything up. And I just shake, 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 shake. And then I just let my whole body drop. And that's an amazing feeling. And then I do, I'll take my legs I'll bend my knee and bring it to the side for a nice hip stretch on both sides. And then I'll bring each knee separately into the chest towards the armpit, one knee at a time. And then I'll bring both knees in, and then I'll put my legs up and I'll just, lightly tug on my toes to get a nice calf stretch. And then I slowly release my legs down engaging the core. And then I roll over to my tummy and I get up on all fours. And I just start to do some hip movements in each direction, big hip movements to get the hips going. I do some cat-cow. So, I flex my spine and then retract it. And then I flex it again and retract it. And then I do a nice shoulder stretch on each side where I thread my left arm underneath my right. And then I do the opposite side. And then I do a nice child's pose. And I allow my spine to stretch in both directions. And I just release and just give thanks for the day. And then I usually get out of bed and I clap my hands and say, woohoo, here we go. We're doing this. And another fun thing that I learned a while back through some work I was doing with a coach, and she was really into access consciousness, is to say, what grand, glorious, magical adventures await. I love that saying and I love that intention. So yeah. And then I go and wash up and And as I wash up, I do some more hip movements and different stretches. And, so just keeping the body moving and taking different opportunities and different, in different ways and stretching and getting some of that movement in that I might not otherwise get in. So yeah, sitting here in New Orleans, I'm pretty close to the street in this hotel room, and we've got a horn buzzing outside. But yeah, it's like life, the horn buzzing. And so yeah, I really hope that this expression of my morning routine inspires you to create your own morning routine. And if you already have a morning routine, holler at us, share with us, hello@igniteintimacy.com. We'd love to hear about it. And if you're just starting one, let us know how it's impacting you in your day. And also, I just want to thank everyone who's stopped over to iTunes and left us a rating and a review. It's so, so helpful. It helps more people learn about the podcast and get access to it. And just reading your comments is so inspiring, as well as everyone who has reached out directly to me on Instagram or Facebook or via email and sharing how this content is inspiring and uplifting you. It's really, really incredible. So thank you so, so much for being here on the Ignite Intimacy journey. We're going to keep it going. We're keeping it going. And we have some really exciting stuff ahead. So stay tuned. We'll have some more juicy episodes up. We also want to hear what topics are we not covering? I was at dinner last night. A bunch of topics came out. It was like, oh yeah, no, haven't done an episode on that. Nope, haven't done an episode on that. So we want to hear from you. Holler at us. hello@igniteintimacy.com. And to, all my people in North America and all my people abroad. We have people tuning in from Saudi Arabia and Kenya and Russia and Japan and, Europe and Brazil. It's absolutely incredible. So just sending so, so much love out to each and every one of us. Keep the faith. Let us keep loving ourselves and keep loving each other. And if we don't know what that means to love ourselves, let us begin the journey and to say, show me what self-love looks like. Show me how it feels. Show me what it is. And yeah, that's how we're doing it here. I believe in you. I believe in me. I love you. I love me. Here we go. Stay tuned and stay blessed. And we will see you on the next one. Ciao for now. Mwah. Thanks for tuning in to another conversation on the Ignite Intimacy podcast hotline. We love that you choose to spend your time with us. Check us out at igniteintimacy.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes and leave us a review and a rating. It helps more people know about us. We love to hear from you. You can email us with questions, comments, or suggestions to hello@igniteintimacy.com. And tell your friends. Music was arranged by Jason Pfaff and Mike Corey, and this podcast is produced by yours truly, Laura Aiisha. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. In the meantime, let your light shine bright and ignite your intimacy.